McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawFirm.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
I need some real talk. Oh, I need some real talk. Give me some of that real talk.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on North Carolina real estate. Justin Ckezepis, Claudia Ogrizek of Compass Real Estate. A week later, the last week was a holiday. It was Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans out there.
Yes.
And you went to a conference in Charleston, South Carolina for Compass Real Estate, the brokerage firm that you are affiliated with as a North Carolina real estate broker. How was it?
It was pretty amazing. This was my very first time with a Congress event of the size of any kind with real estate. It was a small retreat, which is good because it was my first time. So I have to kind of get acquainted to everything that happens. So we had about 1,500 agents from all over the country. So I met people from Maui, from Seattle, from LA, New York, Chicago. I mean, you name it.
So this was the national conference for Compass put on in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes, but it was a mini retreat. So sometimes, I think last year they had one in San Diego with, I guess, 10,000 agents. So this one was a mini retreat, 1,500 agents. And I thought it was a perfect opportunity for me to see what's up. Again, many people don't believe when I say I'm an introvert, and I am. So it was good because I got ready. I was a little nervous, but it was an amazing time. I had scheduled a few lunches with some agents from areas that are great, let's say, feeders to our market. So we have tons of people coming from California, New York, and Florida. So I made sure I had Washington. So I made sure I had meetings, one-on-one meetings with those people to meet, to see if we connect, because then they can send people to me and vice versa, even though we have, I believe, more people coming to Charlotte than leaving Charlotte right now. But again, and I love the idea of meeting people and seeing, because it's not only about meeting an agent from Washington or from New York. It's to see if the way we treat clients match. So I met many agents, and some I would gladly refer, and some probably not, because we have a different idea of what um, uh, an agent should treat. So I had people saying, for instance, oh, I meet the client, I get the buyer agreement or I get the listing agreement, and then I don't see them anymore. Everything goes to a team. They don't see me anymore. I don't want to, which is not how I do it. I am the kind of agent that holds your hand forever. I like that. I don't want to change that. I don't need to grow to the point that I have to simply say, hi, you hired me, thank you. Now, goodbye. I'll see you at the closing table. This is not who I am. So I did meet people that are like me. Even, I'm not saying I don't want to deal with agents that have people working. I have Sean, I have my assistant, and he helps me a lot. But and some of them inspired me to maybe learn slowly how to delegate a little more. But again, I am the one who wants to be with the client. I like doing that. So it was great because I met people that match what I believe, even people that have teams to take care of stuff. And I also met people that, in my understanding, are too, like, it's just a transaction, and my my softy little heart can't take it. But it was interesting. And of course, we had um, many meetings, many people that inspire us to change the way we see the business. One of the classes I took was about localism and learn more and more how to be a part. And you and Mamie and the radio station are a, like a perfect example of localism. You are really embracing Lake Norman and our area. So I watched one, maybe inspired by the radio, to do that and to be part of more and more and more to be part of the community and also help while I'm working. So it was amazing. I was exhausted. It's so interesting because even though you're basically talking to people and watching people, it's not what you do every day. So I was exhausted, and I worked a lot. My roommates made fun of me a little because second night, there was a show at night, and they all went to the party, and I stayed home working. I had a new listing going live, and I had other clients calling me. I actually got a call, and I just put this new client as a coming soon today because they called me while I was in Charleston. So I stayed home and worked.
Even working while you're away.
Yes. But one thing, this was my first time in Charleston. I don't know how it took me. I don't get it because I love beach towns. I love the ocean. I loved everything about it. I was in heaven. I rented a bike. I love riding bikes. So I rented a bike and I just got so every break I had between like, one of the speakers, I would just either get the bike or walk around. People were having like happy hours and Claudia was riding a bike. I loved Charleston.
So you had a good time.
I loved it. Yes. Exhausting, but lovely.
An opportunity to see a place fairly close by. A lot of people who buy beach homes or they live here and then they buy their beach home there. They live at the beach full time and maybe they have a mountain place or something close by here to the lake. Seeing more of that around probably
I have many clients right now basically buying beach houses in Charleston, North Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, people that want either many of them start buying as a second home. And then, for instance, I literally like an hour, 2 hours ago, I put a coming soon. We're hitting the market on Friday, but it's as a coming soon right now in Huntersville. And they've had a condo at the beach, and now they finally said, that's it. We're moving. And they're moving to the beach.
Now, when you say coming soon, is that a coming soon as it's listed as coming soon, or it's coming soon as if
listed? No, it's on MLS as a coming soon. No showings allowed. Yes.
Which subdivision is it?
It's Arborcroft, which is inside. It's embraced or engulfed by Nordstone. So it's not Nordstone, but it's Nordstone is a U. Arborcroft is inside that U. So you can join the club. You can hang out like these clients. They were my very first clients ever, my first buyers ever 7 years ago. And now they're selling.
I'm just so glad you're back from Charleston because the market just absolutely tanked while you were gone. The inventory, more or less.
The market needed me.
It's definitely going to be. You think it's going to be less or more? I have no idea. I haven't looked yet.
I feel it's going to be more.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not.
An optimist.
Yes.
More of today's Real Talk with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis is coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, pretty mild as we kick off a new work week around Lake Norman. Plenty of sunshine, low 70s for our Monday. We'll be in the upper 60s, near 70 through the middle of the week, but bring in a chance for a passing shower or two. But then big changes are in store as we go to the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Likely our coldest air of the season, potentially our first freeze of the season on the way by the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like ISI Denver.
Cakes, cookies, toys, and gifts. The Southern Christmas Show, November 14th through 24th at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Buy tickets at southernChristmasShow.com. Online tickets courtesy of Craft Body Scan.
The Southern Christmas Show.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway begins Friday. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. The show also has drive-in movies on the gigantic Speedway TV. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. The Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department will host a barbecue chicken fundraiser on Saturday from 1 p.m. until they're sold out. The event will be at Station 1, located at 501 Brewerton Park Road off Taylorsville Highway in Stony Point. The meal includes barbecue chicken, baked beans, slaw, roll, and dessert for $10 per plate and will be a drive-through event. The proceeds from the fundraiser will go towards projects for the fire department. For further information, call the Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department at 704-585-2519 and leave a message. Sunday Fun Day returns to Lost Worlds Brewing in Cornelius. U2 tribute band Rattle and Hum takes the stage at 4 p.m. for a free concert powered by Waves Entertainment. Grab your chairs, your dancing shoes, and your friends to enjoy cold brews and a fun outdoor concert by Rattle and Hum. We'll see you Sunday at Lost Worlds Brewing in Cornelius for Sunday Fun Day. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
The Renaissance Festival is back, Saturdays and Sundays, now through November 24th. Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com. Don't miss it!
Call now to speak with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis at 844-STUDIO-4. It's today's Real Talk on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on North Carolina real estate. Justin Ckezepis, Claudia Ogrizek of Compass Real Estate. More or less, we'll be talking about that later on in the show. Are there more or less active and coming soon units on market? So you've contributed to this with your recent coming soon listing that is in here. So you think that it is more, and it's because you've got insider information
I have
because you've added.
so I have a new listing that hit the market I don't even know what day is today, Monday. I think we hit the market Friday. Yeah, the whole Charleston thing is like, I already have a hard time knowing what day of the week is always, but the Charleston thing made me crazy. So Friday we hit the market, a beautiful, amazing house in Maiden, North Carolina. And now I have a coming soon. So I am helping with the numbers. I think it's going to be more.
Okay, so you decided while you were in Charleston last week at your conference with your brokerage firm that you would work in the Airbnb you and your friends stayed at while they went out and did their thing. You then ended up with a listing, a coming soon on market by Friday.
And another one that is coming soon today, yes.
And the market continues on today. So more or less, you think it's going to be more. We'll find out. Also, when you own the asset, you got to take care of the asset. It's no more just calling management company and say, hey, come take care of this. So Maintenance Monday, we're going to have you're going to have something for us. Okay, that's good to go.
I'm going to give you a hint, and let's see, don't spy. We might be, I'm overdoing it, but we might have our first freeze of the season. So I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with cold weather.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
But we'll talk about
just
it
a
later.
hint.
Yeah, it's just a hint.
Ice cream. No, that doesn't have to do with cold weather.
Well,
no.
kind of.
And then in the market here, so interest rates. Did the market move? I mean, did it move at all this past time with the interest rates? Because the Fed moved the interest rate, but I didn't hear too much hype about it.
It didn't affect the mortgage rates. I think last time it went down a little. It was because they were expecting already. So the mortgage market actually reacted or got ready for the change. So when the change actually happened, nothing changed for the mortgage market. So we are around 7%.
Okay.
So we had a little lower 6.5 for a little bit,
Just for a
maybe
minute.
for a minute, yes. And I remember lenders begging clients to lock their rates, and they say, hey, this is like, do it now. And then, of course, and I'm not blaming anyone, of course, many people want to test the market and,
Sure.
hey, if it came down a little, it might come a little, and then they went up again.
Some people are addicted to
Which
gambling.
is, yes, which is, I get it. I don't think anyone does it for fun. They do it hoping they're going to spend less money, but then they went up again. They say, and it's impossible to know,
Whoever they is.
whoever they is, that next year we could see 6,
Wow.
but it's a gamble.
But doesn't that imply that pain is coming if we're moving the rates down? Pain is coming in between now and next year. Is that what that implies?
What do you mean by pain?
Because what you would lower the rates if the market wasn't moving enough. So if it's constricted too much, think more pain's coming?
Possibly, and I'm going to keep saying the same thing because we were having a conversation before the show started about repeating the same thing again. We need to repeat, unfortunately, in life. I do think that once the interest rates come down, many of the buyers that are gambling and hoping will hit the market. And we might, I'm not saying crazy, but we might see many multiple offer bidding war happening again. Not a crazy bidding war, but even if it's like 3 offers, 4 offers, you're going to have to offer more than list price.
So in my mind, then, if that bidding war happens again, and some people just have chills thinking about that going back to 2020 through, call it 2023, right? We're seeing then it get a lot more painful, practically speaking, for buyers. Is that even more than it already is? Is that the idea?
I think I have to say I have trouble saying it, but I think it's a buyer's market right now, which is shocking because we don't have inventory. I checked today, it's a 2.7 month inventory, meaning it's not balanced. So by the numbers of houses for sale, it's a seller's market, but it's not a seller's market because things are taking longer to sell. So now buyers, for who knows how long, buyers have the power. It is a buyer. It's a weird buyer's market, but it is a buyer's market. And I'm telling buyers, don't wait.
It's a qualified buyer's market. If you're a
Yes,
qualified
yes,
buyer in the marketplace, then you have a bit more control because with the high price tags, with the low inventory. See, when you say things like 2.5 months, I'm like, there's no way there's 2.5 months worth of inventory because there wouldn't be that much, like everyone says there is, sidelined capital if we had even 2.5 months worth of inventory. I think the more realistic side is because if the days on market gets longer for these two, right, and they sit there, well, that unit that people have already looked at, do you really want to account that as an available months of inventory if the market has already rejected the price and said, hey, wait a second, based on this price, this condition, this location, we don't like this unit? So should that
Well,
even count?
it makes it hard, but there are new buyers arriving every weekend or every week. So those buyers the buyers that are active now might not be interested, but the new buyers that are coming every week might like it and might buy it and might pay the price.
Okay, okay, that's advice for buyers right now in the marketplace. Don't wait is basically it, because if you do wait, it's realistically only going to get harder. It's only going to get more expensive in a realistic world.
And even though things slow down, houses are taking longer to sell, appreciation is still happening. I talk to many buyers and they're like, oh, prices are coming down. They're not coming down. They are appreciating. I think from last year, I think it was 5 or 6% already. So even though everything slowed down, even though houses are not going just like that, or most houses are taking a while to sell, the price is still coming up. Can it change in a while? Yes, I wish I knew the answer for that. Of course, I wish I knew, because then I could tell my clients or my sellers, my buyers, I could say, hey, 3 weeks from now, prices will come down. So we don't know what I do know is that, yes, things are taking longer to sell, most of them, but prices are still going up.
Okay, so price goes up for buyers. That makes it more difficult. Then what do you say to the sellers? Are there sellers saying right now, well, wait, I'll just wait till next year and I know prices will go up even more before I sell? Is
We
there any
don't know.
is there cautionary tales for sellers?
The same thing. I'm like, we are playing with fire here. We don't know what's going to happen. I wish, but we don't know. So if the right moment for you, if your life is telling you to move, downsize, move to the beach, move back to your home because you want to be close to family, don't wait. Don't gamble. It's not a gamble. Don't gamble with it if life circumstances are telling you or showing you you should move. If you don't have, it's the same thing. One of the things uh, at the retreat that Compass is, I mean, it's already working, but we're going to talk more about it with our clients. Clients will have this amazing platform with Compass, and they can do it now. So my clients, feel free to talk to me. There will be something called Make Me Move. And basically, Make Me Move is like this. Let's say in my case, I don't need to sell, I don't need to move. But if I can say, look, I'm not interested in selling, I'm not in need to do it. But if someone comes and pays me X amount, I'll sell it. So you put a price tag that will be at the Compass system for all Compass agents throughout the country to see, hey, that address in that neighborhood, if you pay, whatever, $900,000, they will sell it. And of course, it doesn't mean that if someone actually comes with the 900 that you're forced to sell, but they know that there is a very good chance that if you show them the money, you don't have, just because you say, make me move, and someone comes with the offer, of course, you don't have to take it, but it helps you advertise your house without any pressure. It, like, you can make the price you want, and it's not like on the market, so it doesn't hurt you with days on the market or anything. And if someone comes, you sell it if you want to.
And what saves you is you're not signing a piece of paper that's coming in the mail saying, hey, I'm an investor, I'm going to buy this for this
no.
much money, sign here. It's not the signature part that makes it to where what you're doing is you're making as you say, an advertisement for offerings. Come and make offers, and I will consider things in this range.
Yeah, because the letters, you say that, and sometimes I feel like saying, okay, how much, just for fun. But yeah, these people probably want to pay 30% of what the market value is. They are investors. They don't care. They do it. The Make Me Move at Compass is the opposite. You say, hey, if you want to pay what I want, I might sell it. And you're not signing. You're not, how do you say, like you're not forced to take an offer, but you're saying, if you show the number I want, there's a good chance I'm going to sell it to you. So it's amazing. Again, without any pressure, no days on the market, no showings if you don't want to show, unless someone says, okay, I see how much you want. I'm willing to do it if I like the house. Let's make it happen.
It's a very different world in now what, as a brokerage firm, what is of value to offer to not just brokers and attract high quality brokers, but also to the consumer directly in the process of buying and selling a house. Do you think that, but for the lawsuit with the National Association of Realtors and Commissions, do you think that it would be having the same effect right now as far as these particular tools that Compass is really focusing in on, exclusive brokerage? And with only 15 seconds left, it's a very small question to ask. So
I know. I'll answer when we are back.
Okay. Also, more or less, are there more or less active incoming units under 500,000 available in Mecklenburg County this week compared to last? We'll find out.
Stay with us. Today's Real Talk with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis will be back after these messages on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, pretty mild as we kick off a new work week around Lake Norman. Plenty of sunshine, low 70s for our Monday. We'll be in the upper 60s, near 70 through the middle of the week, but bring in a chance for a passing shower or two. But then big changes are in store as we go to the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Likely our coldest air of the season. Potentially our first freeze of the season on the way by the weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Ugh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Harrison's is the home of work, Western, and wow! We're the Southeast leader in Carhartt, and nobody has more in-stock work boots. The store is filled with Ariat, Cinch, Wrangler, and more. Get great clothing and footwear for the whole family at Harrison's. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
Inspire your team and gallop to greatness. Our horses at Willow Equine are outstanding at working with people on leadership and team building skills, perfect for corporate retreats. Visit willowequine.com as you gallop to greatness.
This is Brad with Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms in Mooresville. We have the best outdoor furniture available and the largest inventory around Lake Norman. Also, pool table, shuffleboard, and game room furniture. 847 Brawley School Road in Mooresville.
Are you in constant pain, under constant stress? Just need a moment away? Repeat after me. Serenity Now Massage Therapy. SerenityNowMassageandWellness.com, with locations in Mooresville and Cornelius.
Welcome home to the feeling of Horn Heating and Air Conditioning is family owned and operated and understands the meaning of community. We treat you like family because you are family. Visit hornhvac.com.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Nearly 80 million of us will be traveling 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving, and AAA says if that happens, it'll be a new record. About 90% will be traveling by car, with a little over 7% going by air. AAA is predicting next Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons will be the worst times to travel by car, with Sunday also expected to see a lot of traffic. Gas Buddy says drivers will see the price at the pump below $3 a gallon nationally, just in time for the holiday. Spirit Airlines' ongoing financial woes have led it to file for bankruptcy protection. It's been struggling to find its footing after a federal judge blocked a $3.8 billion sale to JetBlue. Court filings indicate Spirit plans to use the bankruptcy process to restructure $1.6 billion in debt. The discount airline will continue to operate normally through the process. Stocks are mixed. The Dow is down 0.2, while the S&P is up 0.25, the Nasdaq up 0.33%. I'm Nancy Lyons, Bloomberg Radio.
We're back with more of today's Real Talk with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
It's my American.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on North Carolina real estate. Justin Ckezepis, Claudia Ogrizek of Compass Real Estate. So I asked a very long-winded question prior to the break, giving you only then 10, 15 seconds to answer it. And that was, but for the settlement, the recent settlement with the National Association of Realtors, where commissions were in dispute, and now with the process and the practical side of what has to happen in a transaction, including agency being signed by a buyer prior to even looking at a house. Do you think that these tools and processes that Compass is, letting you guys know of and are staying ahead of, it seems like, is it because of a result of the settlement, do you think?
In part, 100%. But at the same time, our boss, Mr. Robert Rafkin, had already started kind of conversations, not to say arguments, or against NAR, because they talk about NAR, the National Association of Realtors, and everything that's going on. It's kind of like, oh, you can't set commission, you can't. But at the same time, they are a monopoly. They make you, for you to be able to access in most states or many states, for you to access MLS and be able to look at the houses, and you have to be a member, like you are forced to be a member of the National Association of Realtors. And I don't think, and he was talking about it at the retreat, that there's no other job or profession where pretty much almost 100% of the professionals have to be part of the association or have to pay. So they make billions of dollars, and they're not really fighting for us. And I agree, and I'm very happy to say that one of the things he wants to do, because he's against it, and I never understood and was in shock when the whole clear cooperation happened. I am I didn't like it. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong, and it's not on the best interest for the sellers. For people that don't know what clear cooperation is, it's basically saying that you have to post any listings or on MLS, uh, because then you get more offers without considering. And sometimes sellers don't want to put the house on the market. They want to do a deal off the market. They don't want to expose the house. And this could be because they are an NFL player, NBA player, a NASCAR driver, or just people that are private, don't want people to know they're selling. And the clear cooperation forces you as an agent and forces you as a seller using an agent to put your house on the market for everyone to see.
It's interesting, and especially in particular, like so with Canopy transitioning now to an open MLS where you don't have to be a realtor, but clear cooperation, in essence, the rule is built into the MLS rules, and so it affects everyone as far as the local MLS here. And so it is a very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic. There are in our area in particular, it does seem there are sellers out there that don't want it in the MLS. They want a broker who can actually broker a deal directly with another agent, another broker, or even someone directly that has somebody within their pool as far as buyers and in their place, and they're okay with that. It's interesting that it's a limitation on the market at this point. Yeah.
Back in the day, not many years ago, when it wasn't, we called it a pocket listing. We are not allowed to do it anymore. And many clients ask me when I'm taking a listing, they say, can we do it off the market? Can we do a pocket listing? I'm like, no, because I can get in trouble. I can lose my license. And I don't think it's on the best interest of the seller if that particular seller doesn't want to be on the market. So for you to be forced, and for MLS and NAR to say you have to, because it's a lie. It's just because they make more money.
I do think
it's all about the money.
The argument that I don't know whether that's the actual case or not, but the argument is for, okay, if you have it on an exclusive or parking, then that limits the buyers that do get exposed to it, and that there are buyers who, quote unquote, should have the ability to see that unit be available in an open marketplace, and that's the other. I'm just giving. Look,
I know.
I'm just telling you what the other side saying.
I know what they say, and I never agreed with it. Robert doesn't agree with it, and he is fighting. And that's why, until there is a change, a solution, at Compass, we are really, really hitting hard on the private exclusive. So I'm going to say it again. Compass is not a franchise, meaning that whatever I post on the Compass system here goes to 30,000 agents, or more than 30,000. I don't even know. I'm lying. It's more than 30,000 agents all over the country, only for Compass agents and their buyers. Compass is let's say they are not interested in the volume of agents. So they're not like other firms that are like, please come to me and do whatever. You have to sell a certain number of houses, especially as a solo agent. They're even more demanding because there are a lot of teams at Compass. And for you to have be a solo agent, which is my case, you have to have a certain production. So Compass really focuses on the quality of the agents. And now we are creating, or they are creating, a system for us to use to make Compass stronger, more powerful, and better, again, without being a franchise. Every listing, let's say every private exclusive I add to the system, goes to the whole country. Other firms cannot do it because they are franchises. Super powerful. And people have to understand that, the power of Compass. Well,
Okay, so we'll come
of
back
course,
to
I
the
have to.
rally
Yes,
here
I
soon.
love. I
but-
love. Again, I joined July 2023, and it was the best thing I've. I mean, it's way beyond what I was expecting.
And it works for your style of brokerage, which is much more of a one-to-one. You are very direct with your clients. You have real conversations with them, real relationships with them. And so for right now in the marketplace, are you seeing the uptick in the listing side from the excitement in the market? You mentioned you got a couple of coming soons, right?
Yes,
You got a couple.
and I got an email just before I came here, maybe another listing.
Overall in the market, does it feel like the pendulum is shifting toward, okay, we're going to continue to move in positive trends with supply?
I believe so, yes. And I think, and I hope clients are talking to their agents, or better yet, call me and hire me as your agent. But I have people saying, hey, is this a good time? Because holidays are coming. And I'm like, there are many people coming, let's say for Thanksgiving, many people flying to Charlotte, not only to see family, but because they have a break and they could look at houses. So yes, it's time. Or people worried about Christmas trees. My client is like, can I put my Christmas? I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. The house looks cute. It's actually, even if you're not Christmas person, if you're not a Christian, it looks cute. It is welcoming. So I'm like, go for it. If it's okay to sell in the holidays. You don't have as many buyers at the same time, because yes, most buyers do look for houses in the spring, but the same way you don't have as many buyers, you don't have as many listings during the holidays. So I think the proportion is the same. So
And it's a floating number because some people it's gonna be their first time visiting the area, and then they're gonna get the interest in being here. There's gonna be people that they know they're moving here soon and they're already planning on it. And so there's many different people that are in different phases of that buy cycle. But overall, any shift in trends that you're seeing or that you would pause or lead you to, okay, we need to watch out for this, of people not moving here. I mean, because at this point, the population seems, again, the trends are still, it's going to keep going up.
Everybody's moving to Charlotte. Yesterday, I was going to a showing, and I was near South Park Mall, and in front of me, and I wish I had taken a picture, there was now I'm going to lie because I don't remember, but 3 different states. So it's like, I don't remember anymore, but Michigan, Ohio, and Washington. I don't, like 3 different states all in front of me. People are moving here. I don't see Charlotte as like a tourist attraction. I don't think people come here to see it. They come here to move to Charlotte. So if I see a bunch of license plates, I'm sure they're not here just to see, South Park Mall. They're here because they are either looking for a job or they got a job and they're going to move. I have many relocation people coming and seeing, and it's happening. Charlotte is super attractive.
And so people moving here, but when you have these conversations, because again, you do have some insight as far as real relationship. You really talk to people, find out what stage of life they're at, what they're going through, and those kinds of things. Does it seem like they're wanting to come here to plant roots and be here, or is it a bit more on the transient side, like, I'll pass through and maybe I'll take off here in the next couple of years?
I think people are coming here to stay. They love the quality of life. Houses are still somewhat affordable,
relative to the market that they're moving from.
So quality of life, job opportunity, everything. Do I have time to say something cute about my clients? Like, I was in Charleston and I got a picture of a newborn baby because they just had a baby and they sent it to me. It means something. They sent me a picture of their newborn baby.
That's so sweet.
Right? How many people do it to their realtors?
Do you think that baby weighed more or less? More or less, that's what we're going to talk about next. But on market, active, coming soon, 500,000 or less by county. We always check out Mecklenburg County. How many units is there, more or less than last week? We'll find out. That's coming up. Also, Maintenance Monday. Can't forget. Got to take care of it.
How many realtors get
Keep it right here. Today's Real Talk with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis will return after this short break on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, pretty mild as we kick off a new work week around Lake Norman. Plenty of sunshine, low 70s for our Monday. We'll be in the upper 60s, near 70 through the middle of the week, but bring in a chance for a passing shower or two. But then big changes are in store as we go to the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Likely our coldest air of the season. potentially our first freeze of the season on the way by the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Cakes, cookies, toys, and gifts. The Southern Christmas Show, November 14th through 24th at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Buy tickets at southernChristmasShow.com. Online tickets courtesy of Craft Body Scan.
The Southern Christmas Show.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway begins Friday. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. The show also has drive-in movies on the gigantic Speedway TV. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. The Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department will host a barbecue chicken fundraiser on Saturday from 1 p.m. until they're sold out. The event will be at Station 1, located at 501 Brewerton Park Road off Taylorsville Highway in Stony Point. The meal includes barbecue chicken, baked beans, slaw, roll, and dessert for $10 per plate and will be a drive-through event. The proceeds from the fundraiser will go towards projects for the fire department. For further information, call the Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department at 704-585-2519 and leave a message. Sunday Fun Day returns to Lost Worlds Brewing in Cornelius. U2 tribute band Rattle and Hum takes the stage at 4 p.m. for a free concert powered by Waves Entertainment. Grab your chairs, your dancing shoes, and your friends to enjoy cold brews and a fun outdoor concert by Rattle and Hum. We'll see you Sunday at Lost Worlds Brewing in Cornelius for Sunday Fun Day. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays, now through November 24th. Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com. Don't miss it!
It's today's Real Talk with Claudia Ogrizek and Justin Ckezepis on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on North Carolina real estate. Justin Ckezepis, Claudia Ogrizek of Compass Real Estate hanging out with you. It's time. More or less, Claudia, are there more or less active and coming soon units available on market? We use the local MLS, Canopy MLS, to look at that number. And we got to put some criteria on it. So we look at Mecklenburg County, a county of 1.2 million just about in population, and that number continuing to grow. And we pick a price point because it is very relevant for the marketplace, depending on incomes and those types of things. So we look at 500,000 or less. That's the price point we look at on these units. And Claudia Ogrizek, compared to last week, which had 1,685 active and coming soon units under 500,000 in Mecklenburg County, do you think there are more or less this week?
More. Based on my new listings, I feel this was like 2 weeks ago because it was a holiday, so we didn't get the
that's
number.
true.
So 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
1685. I'm going to say it's more than 1,700. So it's coming down for the past few months. But now I feel it's going to be more.
Okay, 1,685. That was the number last time. And you said you had two are coming soon right now?
One just hit the market, and we have offers already. And one is a coming soon today. We're going live on Friday.
And both of those came on the market in the past 2 weeks?
Yes, Friday and today is a coming soon. So.
Okay. Well, Claudia Ogrizek, you are correct. It is more. But the number is 1,688. So it went up 3 units.
It doesn't matter. I'm right. It's more.
But here's the funny thing. It only went up 3 units in 2 weeks, and you
Two
put 2 of them are yours. So
2 of them are mine.
there you go.
Yeah, see? But at least I'm crazy. It's been forever that I was wrong. Only once here.
Sheesh.
See? I know. And I do feel that this weekend, so I'm going to say it right now, next week it's going to be more. Because I feel that many people will do or should do, if you're ready to list, give me a call. I'm ready.
The market needs you right now if you're ready to list.
Because of Thanksgiving.
Sheesh.
Because people are coming to Charlotte. People are coming to Charlotte. So if you're ready to list, do it. and take advantage.
I love your optimism and your willingness to help people, because what I think back to is 2 segments ago when we're talking about that, you're saying that there's 3.5 months worth of inventory on the market.
2.5, not even 3.
2.5 in a county with 1.2 million as the population, and there are under 1,700 units under $500,000 is just wild.
It is wild.
And it's hard to think. And I'm just going to say this out loud because I don't, it's hard to see another way. I don't think we see the volume that we saw previously unless our area gets to the point of like a Boston, of like even Chicago, closer to New York, larger markets that the price points are so high, and we're just a different caliber of buyer in the marketplace that we have not seen before.
Do we want that, though?
I'm not
I would love to
saying
make
we
the money,
do.
but do we want this as a...
I'm not arguing with you on that, but the other side is we don't control the market. And it's hard to see it stopping, and that's that transition. I feel like our area is it's only going to go up purely because it's on the map now.
Yes,
There's no taking it back.
And it's just natural growth. People are, and it's kind of cute. People that got here 20, 15 years ago, or people that were born here that are complaining that so many people are moving. It's a natural thing to do. It's a sign we live in a great area that attracts people.
A great
We
state.
have a great state, beautiful place, close to the mountain, close to the beach. The 4 seasons that many people, I could remove winter easily, but many people enjoy the 4 seasons. By the way, my new listing, the one that came live this Friday, it's on the market right now in Maiden, is pretty much in the middle between Charlotte and Asheville. So amazing location. If you want to schedule a showing, give me a call.
You are seeing people move here where drive times, distances, not as concerning of what used to be, hey, I need to be able to be within everything within 5 minutes. And a lot of people, I want to be able to walk. That's a new thing too here. I guess walking is kind of more of a new thing here. But driving an hour or an hour and a half in a direction isn't out of the realm of possibility for some folks.
Yes, I think many people that are coming from different cities, especially larger ones, are super okay about driving 1 hour. But the dream, especially from people is 30 minutes. So they're like, if it's an hour, no big deal. I do more than that. People from Atlanta, people from New York. But I think the dream is to drive 30 minutes. For these people, for us, it might be like, oh my God, do I have to drive? But for them, 30 minutes is like, oh, life is beautiful. So many people, I just got a new client, relocation client. He's going to work in Rock Hill. And he said, it's fine. 45 minutes is fine. He does have a school that he wants to be closer because then his wife is taking the kids. But he's like, as long as we are about 20 minutes from the school, I don't mind. Like 45 minutes is nothing. So we'll see. Started looking South Charlotte. I should have a second home in Valentine because I sell a lot in that area. So I should spend like 3 days of the week in Valentine and four days of the week here.
There's a lot of
near the
different
lake.
and great neighborhoods across
Yeah.
our entire area, all the way from up here, obviously at Lake Norman, down
Yes.
to the south side of Charlotte. There are a lot of great neighborhoods all the way around.
Oh, beautiful. And what I think it's, and of course I'm not the standard because I drive a lot and I sell a lot everywhere, but I think it's super cute that people that are like in Valentine, Weddington, Waxhaw, sometimes they come here and they're like, oh, this is pretty nice. And then people from our area, Lake Norman, sometimes go to the south and they have no idea how nice it is. So I'm like, these are 2 amazing areas with beautiful houses, beautiful neighborhoods, lots to do.
I'm going to ask you this as a fan of a particular team, and I have been my whole life. And
I'm sorry for that.
I'll die a fan. Do people come here wanting to cheer for the Panthers?
No.
Like, do you? I was hoping at least for a pause or something in that.
I don't think so. Unless you're like local, I don't think so. I mean, right? Why would you change from a team that only? I am a Panthers fan because I don't have football in my upbringing. We are soccer people, and I try
So it's
very.
your default team by just
Yes.
first landing in America. Here's
Yes,
what you get.
and then Kevin is not. He's a New Yorker. He's. I don't even know. I don't think he wants me to say right now because he's a Giants fan. And I'm like, come on, you live in Charlotte. Like our family is from Charlotte. And he's like, like how? Like how can you do it? And now I don't think he has a reason to be a Giants fan either. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Charlotte
not.
FC
I
though.
can't
Then
really.
Charlotte FC, we're getting a lot of
Yes,
fandom
yes,
from Charlotte FC.
yes,
So
yeah.
you work with a lot of international buyers
Yes,
as well.
now
and
soccer is growing. I think it's
becoming a thing in Charlotte.
Yes, I think it's super fun and nice to see non-soccer fans learn about it and enjoy the games and have fun and cheer for the teams and learn how to say goal. Nice. Yeah.
All right, so next week is Thanksgiving. In order to help people out before Thanksgiving, probably want to do a little bit of maintenance on the house before the in-laws or the extended family gets there. What you got for Maintenance Monday for
My
us?
maintenance Monday right now is it's not needed now, but sooner than later. It's about the outside faucets and please, more than anything, irrigation systems. The number of people, not necessarily my clients because I am a pain and I make them do it, but the number of people I see like on mom groups or even in my neighborhood Facebook group say that they didn't get the irrigation system ready for winter and then they have the water inside the pipes and then we get a freeze or a few super cold days and they burst and then they have a leak and they spend thousands of dollars. It's insane. So if you have an irrigation system in your house, make sure you have it ready for winter. Like don't wait until the last minute to empty the system, close all the faucets. And the same thing, outside faucets. I think it's better to prevent anything, not to take a chance because do you know how to do it? Your outside faucets?
Let it run.
Let it like you close of course the thingy,
The valve.
the valve,
The thingy-majig.
the thingy-majiggy,
Yeah.
and then let them run empty and then close and then have nothing and also disconnect any hose from the faucet because if the hose has water, it freezes, it backs up. Last year, or was it last year that we had a super cold winter or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
I'm ready for, of course I'm ready.
Ready for winter.
I'm always for winter, but at night, I opened the kitchen cabinets so the hot air would be in the pipes, dripping a little. My neighbor thought it was silly. The next day, he's like,
oh, no.
yes. It's like, it burst because I thought it was silly.
What gets me are the pots and plants outside when the pots break because of the cold.
Yes.
It happens to be 2 each year. It seems like
I
there's
usually
bound to
try
be
to
a
bring
couple.
them inside, or I put
Like a forest inside the house.
Yes.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But do it before it's too late, especially again, irrigation system. It's a very expensive mistake if you don't get your system winterized.
Do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I mean, now that I'm an American citizen, yes.
Are you
We don't
excited?
have it in Brazil. I love it. It's one of my favorite holidays.
Well, it's coming up next week.
And I don't allow Christmas trees before Black Friday.
Do you know about the cranberry sauce beef? That
No.
exists?
No.
Okay, we'll see if I remember to tell you about the cranberry sauce.
Okay, next week.
Debate next week. Yeah, we'll talk
All right.
about that on Monday. We'll
All right.
introduce you to that.
All right, perfect. Let's do it.
Then you'll have your Thanksgiving card, I guess,
Okay.
or something. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Claudia Ogrizek, Justin Ckezepis. What a week it is in the market. It went up. There was more. We'll see next week. Is there more or is there less? Are there more or less units available in the market? Will supply continue to be squeezed out? Will sellers get every dollar that they want out of the marketplace? Who knows?
Nobody knows.
And will there be more maintenance to do on your house? Absolutely. And we'll have more tips for that, too. Next week is Thanksgiving, so if you're traveling, travel safe. Enjoy the time together with family. Try maybe a new pie. You know what I mean? Go for that. Go for that random dish that you didn't think you'd like on the table. It's okay.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU.